I was telling him about my plans for world domination. I said, like, look, man, we gotta get rid of that country. It's very problematic.
Hey, it's Drumsy.
Drumsy's here.
Is that Drumsy?
Drumsy
Miller down.
Boys.
Do that thing where the audience cheers only when it comes in.
He's shitting.
I was told there would be like a musical performance when I came in, and that was a lot of farting sounds.
Drumsy, I'd like to introduce you to the Beef Boys podcast with a musical arrangement. This is the. I'd ask everyone to rise for the Beef Boys national anthem. If anyone has a soundboard, please feel free to contribute to this.
No, please don't.
Shawty looks and she's got a big oily butt, tickly a pussy, a big round wet McMuffin. Shawty's got sexual techniques and a big round oily butt. Goosebumps on a booty cheek.
Completely cutting out.
I wanna bust a nut.
And welcome to Beef Boys.
I'm so happy to be here. I've got a game that I want us to play. I came up with it myself while I was in the shower 10 minutes ago before this recording.
Oh,
So this is a Drumsy original.
Tie your penis into a knot.
Drumsy classic.
Yeah, it's called Tie Your Penis into a Knot. Now here's how it works.
I was in the shower looking at my little corkscrew penis, and I was like,
I was like, how can I incorporate
really
this into a game where I win?
I need to play to my strengths.
Okay, so this is called title pending. It's called Recycling Bin Roulette.
There it is.
Okay.
All right.
So what you're gonna do? Everyone's gonna open up their recycling bin, and then you're gonna give us how many how many things are in there? Like 100 things are in there, and we're gonna give you a number. You're gonna scroll down to that number, restore that from your recycling bin, restore that file, and then show us all what it is. Okay. If it's something bad, that's on you.
Oh, I thought I was like vlogging out to my like garbage can. Dude, that's
No, God, no, your computer recycling bin.
Hold on,
did I not
a
explain
really
this
long USB?
I was like,
All right,
I'm about to have
let's
to
see.
admit I'm a terrible person. I don't have a recycling bin.
You didn't have to admit that, and you chose to, Andrew.
I did.
So, Drumsy, I have one item in my recycling bin.
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it.
Drumsy, how many do you have then? You're coming in hot.
I deleted my entire recycling bin when I came up with this idea.
You bitch! God, you fucking rat!
This is the only thing I have in my recycling bin, and that's it.
That's not bad. See, this game's working out. This is good.
Put that behind us for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Courtney,
but
have them walk in and immediately
Courtney,
walk
put that
out.
behind us for the rest of the episode. Also, cut out our mouths and put them over their mouths for the entire episode and motion track it.
Courtney, make Joe Biden rap a whole Joe Budden song.
Courtney,
right.
make Bernie Sanders perform fellatio on Joe Biden.
Courtney, delete
Joey
the footage
Biden?
of this episode.
I have 22 in my recycling bin. Give me a number.
I want to see James's number 12 personally, but if you guys have any other suggestions,
No, that's a good number.
I like
I'm feeling
12.
that.
10,
No, I
11,
object. I want 13.
12. It's 2 gigabytes big.
God damn.
That's scary.
Hold on.
What do you got on there, dude?
I restored the entirety of my recording for last week's episode, so Courtney, if you just want to play that all again, but like isolate me, that'll give everyone context.
I'm gonna spoil mine here. Mine are both uncompressed versions of the intro video from last week's episode, from because Unreal Engine just spits out uncompressed footage, so it's like 3 gigabytes of 10 seconds of footage. So just watch last week's episode. That's what you've missed.
We got a lot of last week's episode. All right, Andrew.
I've got 7 things in my recycling.
I want 3.
I want number 3. That's exactly what I was gonna say, James.
Baby.
I would also like number 3.
I'd like number
Mine-
3.
Mine is the entire audio for Beef Boys episode 21.
Stop! I'm just sending things.
Am I
from
the
past.
only one that had a decent one?
Let me find my most damning. Hold on.
Yeah, you guys are really just. I came up with a novel, amazing idea, and you guys are just trashing it with your old, thrown-out trash. It's almost like this game was destined to fail because they were only things that you would not want on your computer.
So the only other
You did
thing,
ask us for our trash.
the only
so,
other thing I have that's not Beef Boys is apparently the entire movie of Christian Mingle.
Get that off there. I don't want to see it.
Doing a video on that.
Yeah, put that down. Fuck this podcast. Let's watch that instead.
Yeah,
Play
Courtney,
it down,
upload all
Courtney.
of that.
Cue
Get
it.
our whole channel banned.
I have 10 gigabytes of Splitgate Arena that I deleted.
Oh,
let's
did
play
you not
some
like that
Splitgate. No, I like it. It's just I'm too old for games at this point. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
stinky.
What are you
Like
saying?
not for gaming
What
in
are you
general,
trying
but
to say?
like Splitgate
Yeah, what
was
are you trying to
Splitgate was
say?
like Splitgate for like 4 days was incredible. It was like everything I've ever wanted, like, because I love Halo so much, and I'm still waiting on Halo
Right.
Infinite. It was so great. And then like me and my friends get in on games a couple days before they go like massive, and then they go massive, and then all of like the actual good players show up, and I start
Sure.
breaking shit, and then I delete them.
So you
I
got
remember
rid of it
them
before,
fondly.
Yeah, before the anger set in.
I remember them fondly, and that's all I want. I kill them before they hurt me.
You got your memories and you got out, King.
Well, that
That's
does
what
bring
I'm
up
saying.
that brings up a good point. Do you guys? I don't really have anything incriminating on my PC. I'm like perpetually afraid of getting hacked, or like I feel like I've got PTSD from growing up. And my dad was very tech savvy. He never like checked through my computer, but I was always terrified he could like scour over the network somehow and look through my shit. So I never downloaded anything, you know, risque or whatever.
Porn, same.
to
I
this
always
day.
watch porn on 4G, even to this day, just in case someone can figure out the porn I'm watching like over the internet waves or
Yeah,
something.
you know, yeah, fully. No, absolutely.
I only
I've
watch
definitely
my
done that
porn
too.
on a TI-84 calculator. It's the only way to keep it out of the hands of hackers.
80085.
That's smart. That's smart. Black and white dashes just touching each other.
James,
Oh,
you just made
cosines
the
and
bra-
tangents. Oh.
you just made brackets with the full
looks like a
stops.
cock.
So I restored another file just for the fun of it. It was my smallest one, and it's 30 seconds of Andrew screaming
Picture
for
of your penis.
it's for a beef. It was for the vlog. I needed a shot of him screaming, and it's 30 seconds of Andrew screaming with no context. It's great.
This is it here.
Why does it sound like you like took audio from like a real video from like fucking
From
Yeah, it
Live
sounds
Leak.
like a snuff film.
Live Leak? I couldn't think of the website.
Do you see they got rid of Live Leak? They decided that it was too live, and they've like tried to
They
turn it into like
leaked
a
it.
weird Reddit thing. Yeah, it got leaked.
Courtney,
All the
put the
dead-
drums in front of me when I did that.
Put the Drumsy in front of you when you did that.
Don't put me in
Yo.
front of them.
That'd be
Did you actually yeet everything from your recycling bin before you started this bit, or do you have
I
something to
really
contribute
did.
as-
I really did.
Oh,
There were like
legend.
170 things in there, and I didn't want to like prepare just in case. I wanted to prepare just in case. Like number 123 was like something I didn't want y'all to see.
VR chat.
Furry
Porn, VR chat.
Drumsy
Not
VR
like,
chat
it's not
after
like I'd
hours.
ever put anything on my computer that would ever get me in trouble.
Right.
But I know that I
I
know
don't
the
really do
lines.
anything that would get me in trouble.
He just has a ton of
course, of
VTuber
course.
furry anime characters that he uses in his spare time he didn't want to be found.
Yeah.
I think
Can you
this is the
imagine
most-
playing that game and the one image you get is just like a perfect photo scan of like your entire docs. You're just like, well, I got to give this to you. It's like
I mean, that's the
everything.
rules. I don't know what to tell you. I think the most
Yeah.
sus thing I have on my computer is when I did research for the Belle Delphine video, and I found like all these like image dumps of just like her old Instagrams and stuff. So I've just got like 1,000 photos of Belle Delphine that someone's archived from her old Instagrams that have been banned. I'm just like, well, that's just on my computer now.
Yeah. I'm sure none of us have anything wrong. We just have things that would be hard to explain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
1,000 pictures of Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
We've all got that,
Literally
though.
thousands.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
I will
my
say that
client
is-
didn't do anything illegal. You just did some things that are hard to explain.
This
judge
murder,
understands.
it's a little hard to explain, but I promise.
Mr. Lawyer, isn't that your job?
Well, yes.
I'm not a very good lawyer, you see. And they're like, wow, the jury feels bad for you and lets you get off it.
Yeah, you win, yeah.
Ironically, it kind
you
of
get
is
the
the legal
empath
system,
vote.
though. Like,
Yeah.
for, all the rich people that can afford good lawyers, it's not about, like, proving they're innocent. It's just about confusing people enough that the jury's like, and then they get off.
I mean, he was peeing and throwing up on the court floor. I feel bad for him.
What can I say?
Are we all just gonna ignore Drumsy like gagging over these Oreos?
Okay.
Are you okay?
This is the second thing I've prepared for your podcast. I came with things. I came
yes.
with, you know,
He came. Isolate that, Courtney, isolate that.
I came, and here it is. I put it in between two.
Is that double
crackers? Give me one. Have any of you had birthday cake Oreos before?
Yes.
No.
I have not.
I've not.
Are they tasty?
I
Was
despise
it James
them.
that said them?
Delicious?
Yeah.
Okay, James, tell me your thoughts.
Yes. You're already zooming on that. I think I honestly dislike birthday cake flavored things because it feels like vanilla if it was crunchy. Like it kind of like it gives me like TV static on my tongue.
Yeah, it tastes like if they put pickle juice and sprinkles in vanilla. Is
Exactly.
the best way I can explain it. So I will be eating one just to give you a more vivid flavor palette.
Courtney, give us like a whole intro for Drumsy Oreo review.
Yeah, we're gonna transition to the food review part of the Taco Bell set.
You
Let's
can
go,
see,
we'll just go
you can
behind
see a
the cash
close-up
register.
how it looks like a child has vomited in this Oreo.
It does look like that. Yes.
Wait, get real
Yeah.
close to the mic just for a second.
Yeah, get
give us
right
some
in there.
ASMR.
Give us some chewing ASMR.
All right, hold on. Everyone, be quiet. Let's listen closely.
Okay. Come on, man.
I really hope
both
someone
have the
turned their
same idea.
headphones all the, like someone that really likes Drumsy was like, oh my god, I gotta turn my headphones up.
Fucking
Fuck
blasted.
NFL.
The ass blast fart sound effect that you just played did make the cookie more appetizing.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Drumsy
That
eating
is
the
really
cookie. Drumsy eating the cookie was like,
Hi, lick your pretty little click there.
Hey guys, I think we all forgot to shake Drumsy's hand when he joined, so let's all do that.
Oh, that's
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
go first.
Let's
Drumsy,
make
can
Courtney
you
earn
shake
it.
my
Which one you
hand?
doing?
Is.
good to meet you,
Nice to
Drumsy.
meet you,
Thanks for
Drumsy.
Like this.
Nice to meet you, bud.
Your hand's gone.
Don't
my God,
stop.
you
He's
don't
gonna
like
come
stop.
into
Doplex,
cookies
he
again.
didn't consent. There's something floating behind Doplex, and I want to know what it is. Courtney,
What is that?
uncrop his stupid screen.
Where?
There's something floating behind you, I swear to fucking God. There's a
Oh yeah,
ghost,
you actually
bruh.
do have something floating up there.
Oh, I see it. What is
What are you
that?
talking about?
What is that? What is that? Holy shit.
Doplex, do not
What are
make
you guys
any
talking
sudden
about?
moves.
What the fuck?
Seriously?
Like above and behind your green screen, there's like something
Get
floating.
down. Get on the floor.
Run.
You're in danger.
It's 9/11
Do you see
too.
that white? There's a little white thing floating above your green
Oh,
screen.
I do see. Oh, that's the things on my fan. Not as exciting. I was legitimately frightened for a second. I was like, what the fuck is behind me? Well, okay, kudos. Before we get into the talking points, I feel like we need to address the elephant in the room, and that
It's
is
not that
Drumsy.
big.
Even though we've been addressing him, but Drumsy, tell us who. Drumsy, tell us who the fuck.
Why?
Who are you? Who
What
the
are you,
fuck are you?
First of all, love that we're doing this about 20 minutes into the episode. You know, at the beginning when you're like, you want to jump into your game, like, they're gonna make me do this before anybody even cares or knows who I am? Great, love that. I am a guy who does some shit posting.
He does it.
Yeah.
On
You
YouTube.
do
Would you
shit
say you
posting.
post dank memes?
I wouldn't call them memes, I would call them dank.
Would you
It's a
say
lot.
you're-
It's a lot.
Would you say you're allowed to go within 30 yards of a school?
Ignore that. Please continue.
Runs away.
Go on.
How do I explain?
I like
what do
that.
you want me to,
Silence
I have to
is
explain?
a
I've
lot.
never had to explain my channel to anybody. I've never done it well. I make VR stuff. Sometimes it's not VR. I fuck around with friends. I do exactly what you guys are doing, but so much better.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
That's facts.
Yours is
that's
much better. Both in 3D, by the way.
I could never figure out how to get all these green screens working in this Taco Bell. Like,
Hey, you're here, aren't you?
Exactly.
Come on.
You are here.
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed,
We
with,
just-
I'm
we
obsessed
actually-
with the Beef Boys.
Drumsy, would you mind
Oh,
if
we
I take a
appreciate
stab
that a lot.
at describing your channel?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, so you guys know VR chat, right? That game, Drumsy
know VR chat.
and all his friends dress up as
Yeah.
Uganda Knuckles, and they play VR chat together, and that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Extremely
You pretty much nailed it.
Uganda.
Yeah,
Dude,
Can you say?
Drumsy,
Do
when
you
did
know
you
the
get
way?
into VR chat? Because Uganda Knuckles, it was the first week of January of 2018, and VR chat and Uganda Knuckles popped off at the same time, and that's the only time I ever played it, and it was magical. It was literally
It was
just
a
all
really
Uganda
special
Knuckles.
time. It was a special time.
It was awesome.
VR chat's fun. I like VR chat.
Were you
VR chat is
on
fun.
VR chat before that? Were you like a early adopter?
I jumped in the second that the Knuckles thing started popping up.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
You're like, yes, you
Maybe
guns
we
and
met.
Knuckles.
Maybe we met. Maybe we crossed paths in VR chat.
Dude, that's the thing. I've had people in game like be like, "Hey, we met in 2018 in this world." I was like,
Did we?
that'd be like, imagine somebody coming up to you and saying, "Hey, remember that Call of Duty match on Nepal back in 2009? You remember?"
I do remember.
I remember.
Yeah,
No,
remember
I
I
do
called you
not.
the N-word? Come on, bud. You know
I
me.
do have a friend like that though, who's like got just the best memory for like people. And it'll be like, oh, like we'll walk past someone. I live in Melbourne now. We grew up in New Zealand, and we'll walk past someone and be like, oh, did you see that person? And they're like, yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, they dated this girl we knew when we were like in year 11, like
Damn.
15 years ago. And it's like,
That's
how the
crazy.
fuck do you remember
impressive.
that? Yeah, it
Or
was really
he's a
impressive.
compulsive liar. And he's
That's
just like,
right.
nice
God.
little
Definitely
world.
He's just
is.
making shit up.
Making stuff
Yeah, it's just
up.
world building.
He's
He's a
schizophrenic.
storyteller.
Everybody's
But
good at remembering different shit. I know, like, I'm really good
That is
with
true.
visual remembering, and some people are good at audio, but I'm starting to think,
Yeah.
like, what? Okay, so all the different senses, you're good at remembering things. Like, some people might be really good at remembering smells. What if somebody's really good at remembering touch, and then they just never forget a person that they've had sex with?
Oh, but well, that's a specific touch. That's a touch in your little
That's
curly
a penis
regions.
touch.
Yeah, yeah.
And sadly for me, my corkscrew would never fit.
You got that
Not
duct
too busy
penis.
having sex with
Penis
IKEA
touch.
furniture. Yeah.
What you actually brought up something before that ties into one of the first topics I wanted to bring up. Did you know someone as a
corkscrew?
kid, or maybe today, yeah, who had a corkscrew penis? No, do you know that kid growing up who just fucking lied? Like they just
Yes!
they just
There's always
lied.
one.
Yeah, but it's just so weird because obviously, like everyone lies a little bit, especially when you're kids. You kind of make. But then there's that one kid who like took it to the next level, and they would just like talk shit out of it. And for a while you'd believe them, be like, man, this kid's really cool. I actually, yeah, maybe I'm just gullible and dumb. But you'd be like, man, this kid's fucking
Yeah.
cool, man. He's got all these crazy stories. He's really interesting. And then one day it all comes crashing down with one of your friends like, you know
Yeah, and
he's
then
fucking
his
lying,
dad,
right?
who was supposed to be Batman, pulls up to school in like a fucking 70-year-old Ford with no fucking prop.
You're like, wait a
and
minute, wait a minute.
Where's
Hey,
Batman?
that's Batman.
Well, I thought your dad was the pot-bellied dwarf from Lord of the Rings, dude. Where is he?
Imagine if it was. Just comes out. Hello, son. Time to go home.
I never
We
saw
guys
dwarves
have
are
to-
natural
sound like-
sprinters.
Yeah.
That's what he says. He just walks up to you like an NPC. And he's like, "We dwarves are natural sprinters," and just like turns around and walks away.
Drumsy, I did have some questions regarding your most recent video, which I
Oh, God.
watched. It was
Oh,
really
goodness.
funny.
Please.
Actually, no,
jeez.
not. I did watch your most recent video, but not that one. The one where you and Peach and is it Moxie? Is his name? Yeah. And you guys have like the big fucking. What do you call that? It's like not a bounce house.
It was an inflatable, a large inflatable.
Yeah, I have to know. Is that? Do you guys just have that? Is that a thing you bought? Or do you
I
have to rent
fucking
those?
wish.
'Cause that'd
No.
be kinda epic.
So, I've been so cheap my entire life.
That's where you've got.
As
That's
a
where you've got
Jewish,
two
as a
brothers.
Jewish man, I fit the stereotype so well. I fit it so
Okay,
well.
okay.
And saved so much money. Eventually, I started like thinking, like, man, there's all this stuff I want to do, but it all requires money. Let's
Start a pyramid scheme.
kill the Jew that's inside of me.
Inside Drumsy,
there was another guy who had that same idea.
The Jew and the Hitler, and they're constantly at battle with one another.
My left brain is Moses. My right brain.
Did you?
As I say, it's an old
the baby.
No, but like I started like recently like putting money into my videos, right? And for this one, I flew out to Texas and I was like, okay, guys, what would you guys do if we just had a bunch of money to spend? And they were like, buy a bouncy house. It's like, perfect. And we went online and we found an inflatable place and we spent 3 hours scrolling through this website looking. There was like a fucking pirate ship that's like sinking into the, and it looks like it's sinking into your backyard. There's a fucking like a unicorn bouncy house where it actually has like an inflatable unicorn like doing like a majestic like big pose on top, right?
And it comes with like a couple bronies too, and they're like hang out with you.
That ship one, I remember back in like rural New Zealand, they had like, you know, when they had like events, sometimes they had this, it was literally that where it was like sinking ship that you'd climb up and then slide down, but it was like the Titanic. And I remember thinking, that's really
that's so
poor
sad.
taste.
What the
fuck? I don't think it literally had Titanic on it, but it was like a modern, you know, it was a modern looking ship. And I was like, I wonder if in 100 years they'll have that with like the Twin Towers. Like, because it's pretty much
tower inflatable.
They have like a bungee cord on the side, and you can like recreate the famous jumping out of window.
Oh no! No, it comes with like inflatable plane.
We're going for it.
All right. Cut. Anyway, okay, so you were browsing the website. You were browsing the website.
Was the website also inflatable?
We saw the pirate ship. We saw the inflatable unicorn, and then we saw what may be the best one, which was a giant like stadium ring. Think like a big boxing ring, but it looked like industrial. Okay. And then there is 4 pillars from all 4 corners going up, meeting at the middle like a pyramid, and a giant wrecking ball hanging down from the middle.
Oh fuck yes!
Oh.
And we bought and which one would you buy? That's right, we bought all of them. And then found out later when they tried to blow them up that they wouldn't all fit in the backyard. So we did get a credit with the place. They were like, we're not going to take it's no returns, but we will give you a store credit for these so that next time I go back to Texas, I have to buy inflatables the next time I go to Texas. It's not an option.
Yeah.
Contractually,
that's kind of a nice contract to have. It's kind of like I have to contractually have fun when I get there.
That's true.
If I must, what can I do?
Drumsy, here's a free idea, and you could take it. So you remember Wipeout, the show?
Yes.
Right. You know, where they wipe their ass and they throw the paper at each other?
I love that show, yeah.
It's a great show.
Me too. So you could create your own version of that, right? So you take all the bounce houses, you go to a park, and then just invite like a bunch of YouTubers to just come in and just beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, I was originally going to have paintballs and tasers that I was shooting. That I was shooting at my friends as they tried to do the obstacle course. That's why we bought 3, because we were gonna make them run the whole gauntlet.
Right.
But then the fucking tasers wouldn't ship. And this is Texas we're talking about. They should be able to like you can Amazon guns to your house there.
You should just got a gun.
Tasers are too liberal. So like if you bought a gun on Amazon, it would have showed up. But the tasers are just like, you fucking bitch. You want a taser?
If you buy a taser, they actually swap it out for a gun. They're like, you sure you didn't mean this?
Yeah. Like I think you wanted a Glock.
Yeah. So we didn't get anything in time, and then they wouldn't blow things up. But
hey, I'll blow things.
That's a really good idea, and I do want to do that. There's another thing I really want to do, and you guys can't tell anybody about this. Because if somebody gets to it first, it's gonna blow up, and then I'm gonna be so sad that I didn't get to it fast enough. So Courtney, mosaic blur, like put like a shadow over me, and then make my voice sound deeper so nobody knows that it's me.
Cool.
And put him on the Titanic
Okay.
while it's sinking.
Imagine, you know those Smash rooms where like people go to vent their frustration and just wreck everything?
And play Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pay these places to go into there and they give you like a fucking car and a bunch of like glass and you just give you a sledgehammer and you just go to town for an hour. I want to partner up with one of these places and host a game show where I bring contestants in, like 3 of them, and I give them, or maybe just one contestant, who knows, it's still in progress. You bring in a contestant, you give them quiz questions, and then like, let's say, hey, what's the capital of Austria? And then you put a Nintendo Switch down on a table.
Oh.
If they answer correctly, they win the Nintendo Switch. If they answer incorrectly, a sledgehammer comes crashing down and destroys their dreams. We're all wearing
make
like those
them
suits
do
with
it.
the goggles.
Yeah, you have to make them
force
do it.
them to ruin their
that's
dreams.
even better. That's
Because
so
then they
good.
get, then they get they get a little bit of satisfaction out of it. To be fair, I mean, smashing a brand new. Because that's just tech racks. You just stole tech racks then.
Fucking tech racks. I forgot about tech racks.
Yeah.
But then there'll be other. Then we can like up the antes, right? Where because they have to smash it if they're wrong, right?
You put their mom on the table.
You ask them some like impossible question.
And what you do is you team
ask
up with the
them-
local loan shark, and you're like, all right, who needs their legs broken? You round up those guys. And then they'll pay you. That's how we fund this whole operation, because those switches don't come cheap.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
This is
fill a
genius.
glass jar with diarrhea or shit, and then be like, okay, no, I got a number in my head 1 through 3. What number is it? And then if they get it wrong, they have to smash it.
But with their hands, they have to like actually like
You
use
give
their
them some
fists
knuckle
to break the
dusters.
jar. Yeah,
be
so that way they just have
fantastic.
like open wounds with like feces and glass in it.
Yeah, that
Love
sounds
that.
great. That's gonna be the next YouTube
One man,
game
one
show.
jar. With poo poo.
I did have going off the tech racks thing. I had an idea a while ago of doing the tech racks of food. Like I like the idea of getting like you get like this beautiful like premium dry aged Wagyu beef like at like $300 for a steak, and then just microwave it and slap it with tomato sauce. Like
Oh my god.
like I feel like people would get so mad at that. It'd
There's
be like find the fanciest food and just ruin it.
There's
That's what
chefs
ordinary
on like
sausage
TikTok and YouTube Shorts that do that all the time. Like they'll like buy Wagyu and then they'll do it like all these different cool ways over like the course of a few videos, and then they always are like, now I'm gonna boof it up my butt and spit it out, and I'll eat it at the end. And I was like, no,
Don't do that.
They do that.
I'll eat that.
I told my girlfriend that I was talking to on the phone right before the podcast. I'm like, what could I order from like DoorDash or Uber Eats? Like a really weird food that would show up while I'm in the podcast, so that everyone would be like, what the fuck? Why'd you order that? Like a weird, like an entire like Cornish hen or something fucking weird. And,
From the local
and then
Cornish
she just
dairy.
grilled me for being extremely wasteful. And she's like, you use paper towels to dry your hands. Like, get real towels. It's like, oh man, I opened up the
Wait.
fucking can of worms.
Okay.
no.
What are the benefits to you of using paper towels instead of just like a hand towel?
So in like the kitchen, having a rack of paper towels in front of the sink, yes, I use it to dry my hands, but also here's a couple other uses. You have
wipes
a
his
little
butt.
oopsie, a little spill. Oh no, do I have to like go to rummage through my cabinets for a... Nope, it's right there. I'm ready to go.
He poops his pants. Do I have to walk to the bathroom? No.
I pissed my pants.
Paper
right
towel.
there. Paper towels go in the pants. Here's a hidden use.
In the pants.
And my girlfriend calls me out when I do this. This is now relationship counseling.
Oh no.
We're here for you.
Tell us what's ailing you.
Yeah.
A spider is crawling across my floor, and I hate to you hate to see
Kill it.
Do you want to get spider guts on your shoe? No. Do you want to fucking like grab a glass cup and like save the spider?
No.
No. Then it'll come back inside.
I totally do that.
You grab a roll of paper towels, got some weight to it, got some heft, you smack it kills it, then you got spider guts on it, you just remove the part of the paper towel roll that had the spider guts, just rip it off.
And then
done.
eat it. Yeah.
And then you clean your pissy pants.
Yes.
And then you boof
was
it up your butt.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
See, for
I
some
will
reason,
say
I imagine-
I am on Team Wasteful because I bought a big ass box of like straws, but not just like like regular plastic straws, like individually wrapped straws. Like, so that way, every time I use a straw, it's like a whole thing, like.
Wait,
That's
what?
next level.
I'm not on your team for this. Don't say you're on my team and then give the worst example of wastefulness.
There's a bit of
Drumsy's
difference
off the
between
team.
paper towels and individually wrapped plastic straws.
Drumsy's on like JV. Doplex is like playing D1. Like,
Yeah, guys,
yeah,
I'm on
taking it-
Drumsy's side. Sometimes I just like to throw plastic in the ocean. It just feels good.
Anyway, so Drumsy, I was curious about. So tell us about your 5-year plan.
Yeah.
That's a really good. I have a 5-year plan on my phone, and I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Can you give us your?
Tell us about your 4-year plan.
Can you give us your 5-minute plan?
Yeah, give us your 5-minute plan. Go.
Yeah. Okay. 5-minute plan
Leave the Discord.
Lick your pretty little click there.
is to make James make a cute little face at some point.
Aww.
In the next 5
That's
minute.
so cute.
No, a cute one. No, a cute one. No, a cute one. A
Look
cute
at
one.
that face.
No, a cute one.
Yeah, give me-
No, a cute one. All right, there it is. There it is.
I have something to talk about though.
Talking points.
Okay.
This is
Yes.
my talking point. This is my truth. All right.
Okay. Speak your
So-
truth, bitch.
Thank you. Internet bonfires. Let me explain. So,
Let him explain.
Explain.
sometimes every now and then I see the video of Post Malone's singing with his mariachi band from like 2017.
Oh, that's a
And it
good
makes
video.
me really happy, brings me back to a very poignant day where Twitter was very chill and not like insanely depressing and terrible. And it was just, everybody was just watching Post Malone sing with his mariachi band with Rich Brian. And it was such a vibe. And it's just, and every time I see it, I just go back to that moment and it kind of cleanses me for a bit. Do you guys, it's kind of like my Dark Souls bonfire. It's like, you know, I don't ever search for it, but sometimes it hits my YouTube algorithm or I'm on fucking TikTok or someone posted to Twitter again for clout or something and then post one of those fucking vibrators underneath to make like $10. You know, like it just shows
hate
up
that
and
shit.
it makes me feel happy. What are your internet bonfires? Just those things that, you know, every time they hit, it's just like, wow.
Probably that time I
feels
played
nice.
VR chat with Drumsy and we were both Ugandan Knuckles back in 2018. That was like definitely a vibe.
James, I had a lot of trouble understanding any of that because I was so lost in the way your hands were moving. You have such a way of visually speaking to me.
He's
He does have a
Italian.
way.
He's
I
Italian.
am-
What can I
I am
say? He's
Italian.
Italian.
I am Italian.
So by an internet bonfire, you mean like a thing that makes you feel like warm and cozy?
Yeah,
Is that
and
what
you
mean?
don't seek it out because like in Dark Souls, you just stumble on a bonfire and you're like, oh
Yeah.
my fucking god, I feel like thank you game for giving me this.
Just to give further context to what James is saying, have you seen that video of Sticker Brush Symphony, the song from Donkey Kong Country 2? It'll like come up, and then you go down to the comments, and then everybody in the comments is just like, you know, life is really hard. I come back to this video and I think about, you know, Donkey Kong's fat balls, and then I think that's what
Here we
James
go.
is hinting at.
Because it's like a time portal back to a simpler time.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely whenever it's. I'm a big fan of animated TV, right?
Okay.
Or animated movies in general, but like I've seen so many that I've recently, like I've seen so many in the last like 5 years that I forgot about like the ones that I watched as a child that made me love them in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is too real. Anyways, sometimes like things
No,
like
get
fucking
real.
like Chalk Zone
get real.
opening will like pop up on YouTube. I'll be like, there
is
is
Chalk Zone.
I forgot the Chalk Zone existed.
Yeah, I was working on a video like a year or two ago, and I needed to find a clip, and have any of you watched the movie American Tail? It's animated.
No.
It's like, I think it's an old Disney movie. It's about a mouse, and he comes from, I can't remember where, to America. Have none of you seen
Virginia.
this movie? Oh man. Anyway, there's a song.
Oh wait, is that the one where they're like flying by and then there's like porn on the TV?
No.
Is that the one? Is that?
Wait, is that like
Yeah,
where
is that
they're
the
all
one
a
where
bunch
he
of
has
rats?
incestual sex with his sister?
Actually, you know what? You're right. That is the one. That's the
Yeah.
one.
No, that was like the
That's
third
what I was
episode of
thinking
Beef
of.
Boys.
Anyway, I was
the end
really
they get
banking on
caught and-
somebody knowing what this movie was. Anyway, there's a scene in it where
Sorry.
the one mouse and his like sister or some shit are
Wait, really? I was right.
no,
Drumsy, you're right on the money.
they're in different parts. They got separated, and they're both singing this song, and it's like somewhere out there, and it kind of goes into like duo mode where they're both singing the same song, and it just something deep inside me is just like, oh, every time I hear the song.
I wish I was separated from my sister.
Well, that's sweet. No, I get that.
is sweet.
I feel that.
Yeah.
And I found it at like 3 a.m. and I was just like tearing up. I was like, damn, this song be hitting.
Yeah.
That's you. I think one of YouTube's better accomplishments is their algorithm advancing to a point where it like gets hundreds of thousands of people to see things that they didn't even remember that they were interested in.
Yeah. Not only that, but like you said, you saw it at 3 a.m. Like the algorithm even like seems to tailor it depending on what time of day it is. Like it's like, oh, it's 6
Oh,
o'clock.
no
They're
way.
usually like, well, yeah, because you know, I don't know if you've ever. I always watch YouTube videos with dinner, and so like I think around dinner time, you know, like at 6 o'clock or whatever, it starts recommending like, oh, hey, you usually watch these channels at this time of day. Whereas like at 3 a.m. it's probably like,
right
hit
now.
him with the feels.
Yeah,
Yo, that makes sense.
That is mind blowing to me. That's why Rhett and Link post their fucking food videos so early in the morning so that they hit people eating every meal of the day.
Yeah,
exactly.
Fucking
Son of a bitch.
Sometimes I feel like
That's why I got recommended. I slam my penis in the car door at like 3 p.m.
Sometimes I feel like YouTube is like kind of like an abusive, like significant other abusing Stockholm syndrome, where like they'll just feed me things that are gonna make me really upset for like 2 hours, and then right when I'm on the verge of giving up and just like exiting the start up A-ing my entire life, then they give me like LeBron James in 2012 scoring 41 points, and I'm like, damn. What a time to be alive.
I want to be alive.
But then they just give me 2 more hours of self-hatred, but then and then they hit me with another one, and it's like,
what do you define that? What do they recommend to you that like makes you mad?
just like
House tours.
I mean, basically anything from like any douche tuber just like popping up like everywhere I go, or like all of the new shit with like YouTube Shorts is just like all recycled, like stolen content and everything. But like,
But we get bangers like Miguel.
Any of Drumsy's content?
Miguel.
There it is.
Courtney, put Miguel on Drumsy's shoulder.
Just
Drumsy, say what's
real
up.
quick. Just cut him in. There he is.
There's a drum.
Miguel,
Drumsy. It was meant
Miguel,
to
get
be.
out of here.
Hey, get out of here, you little scamp.
Get the fuck out of my house, bro.
Drumsy, Miguel,
Drumsy, squish him.
stop.
Drumsy, squish him. Squish him, Drumsy, squish him.
Don't do it.
Oh, the blood! Oh, it's everywhere.
Corny animated
Guys,
entire
there's a bunch of blood
sequence.
everywhere.
All right, everybody
Speaking
pause.
of your editor,
Drumsy, can you just go get a bottle of ketchup and like squirt it all over yourself, and then we'll like cut back in?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
really
Speaking
appreciate
of our
it.
editor,
Speaking
yes.
of our
Speaking
editor.
of your
Yeah,
editor,
speaking of our
Court,
editor.
Yes.
I would like to show you
Corn.
my corn. Speaking of your editor, corn, have you tried creaming the corn?
Wait, Andrew does.
I realize how that sounds. Never mind.
Andrew does cream the corn.
Hey, Andrew did it.
does cream her corn.
Andrew be like,
Hold on.
Pussy.
Wait, what?
Didn't mean it like that. Listen, this is what's on my phone right now, and someone fucking like, I don't understand women, decrypt this for me.
can we clip that?
I can't see what it says. What's it say?
Just a question.
It just says, oh, come
It's a whole other dimension. God, okay, please. Oh,
It says for those of you that couldn't read it, it says, Court replied, 7.
I thought it was a
fucking
question
funny.
mark. I was like, but
It's a 7.
Seven's even more cryptic.
You were like,
7.
hey, what's your
Yeah, I don't
favorite
know.
movie with Samuel L. Jackson in it? Wait, no, Morgan Freeman.
Oh no.
Hey, how many times has Andrew farted and then pulled the covers over your head? 7.
in the last
Actually, it's
hour.
probably
the
7.
Dutch oven.
Hey, women listening. I know we only have 4% of our audience is women, but the 4 of you, listen up. They were talking about my penis size before the episode, so.
Yeah, in centimeters.
Is the percentage of women
I'll take it.
viewing that?
Yeah,
What's
we
the
have
percentage?
96%. We checked
4%.
today.
You're
96% men,
4.96?
4% women. We're going for a record. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, I think that 4% is me, Doplex, and Andrew's girlfriend.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
And
I
Courtney
used to
fucking
be
edits it.
real talk. I used to be like 90% male viewers when I made like Call of Duty videos, and I was like starting to shift over to
Call of
VR.
Duty, yeah.
And I saw
Right.
that it was 90%, 85, 90% male. So I was like, cool, I'll appeal to that. And I started putting like anime girls from VR in my thumbnails. And then now I still put anime girls in the thumbnails, just like not just straight up like tits anymore, but like now it's just like, you know, I kept doing anime girls and the fucking number shifted to 60-40. So it's like, oh, damn.
God damn.
Drumsy,
Those
God
girls
damn.
be respecting. Girls be
Girls
respecting
are
their
gay.
own names.
are you
It could be
suggesting
because
that
you're
women
handsome
aren't
as
allowed to
well.
like anime girls? Explain.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying, Drumsy?
Is that what you're suggesting?
Controversial. Are you saying that?
It is interesting that but to go off that, it is interesting. Like every single time you go on Twitter, it's like
on
90% girls complimenting other girls, just being like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, Bessie, you oh my god!" It's like,
Jesus God.
whereas like if a dude posts a selfie, you're like,
Yeah, I just reply to all my guys' friends' selfies with. I reply a picture of me going.
Hey, did you guys know that the wage gap between males and females is not real?
Courtney, cut that out. Courtney.
Yeah, the wage gap is not real, because it's just that men take higher paying jobs than women. Men take jobs like lawyer, doctor, director, and women are out there
Exactly.
taking jobs like female doctor, female lawyer.
Drumsy, just so that we have it, can you do your best furry VTuber laying down facts and
now,
logic?
hold on.
Thumbnail?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. He's not coming back.
He's not coming back.
He's gone. I gave him his out and he took it.
Pussy.
Yeah. Imagine if he came back in a fursuit.
Dude,
that'd be
that'd
kinda funny. Oh my God, he came back in a fursuit.
Kill it!
Pretty
Courtney,
little
edit a
there.
gun in my hand and make it go off.
Yo.
"Courtney, do the same thing with me, but make it really realistic."
Point mine at Doplex.
Oh my God.
That is actually so unnerving.
I don't think the timing on that could have been more perfect.
I
We
know.
thought you had given up.
And he dead ass came back in a fursuit. You know,
That
I
is
gotta,
the funniest
I
shit.
gotta appreciate the man's commitment to the bit.
That
That was
was
wonderful.
Thank you for that.
I thought you were gonna leave,
Fantastic.
like you were hoping we would just get bored, and then you were gonna like command and crawl back to your computer and like sliv your hand up over the desk and close Discord. And
I
then-
thought about it.
Okay. Drumsy, take a look at this and then pick one.
Pick one,
What do
man.
you want, baby?
Chick
Wow.
bad.
Let's pick Penwick because it looks a little bit like Penn Island.
Oh, I've actually been to Penn
Please.
Island.
Yo,
No way.
I was born in.
I
Penn
was
Island.
born of Penn Island. All right.
swam out
Penwick
of
is
it.
a coastal town in the north of England, settled by Quakers.
Oh, like the oats.
Character's name. Last time, I think we went with Obama Jr. So
Drumsy,
I think because this is a primarily boys podcast, we need to be inclusive, make it a female.
Right.
And I
Okay.
think we call her
Obama Jr.
Jed Bush.
something empowering. Regina.
vagina.
Vagina breasts a lot.
Regina breasts a lot.
Let's not go that. I'm fine, we're doing it. Oh god. Oh my god. I have a
Regina
mother and a
breasts
sister
a lot.
and a
Brother.
I would hope you have a mother. I don't know how you'd be here otherwise.
Is her name Regina breasts a lot?
Our gender. Women.
class.
Human.
Oh, her lady.
Humans as
Lady.
a race are quite diverse. Lady?
Women can be lords.
Yeah, that's like a female.
women can be
lord.
lords. Why can't she be a lord?
Make her a lord.
Oh, yeah, make her a lord.
Yeah, exactly.
She a lord. Starting location.
She's definitely into Quaker's oats.
Quakers? Okay. The Quakers are peaceful. Yeah,
The Penwick
sure.
Society of Farts.
Send her in, put her in the bakehouse. Put her in the bakehouse because she is picking up a large supply.
What are you trying to
of
say?
chocolate
What's her
lava
job?
cakes.
What do you think that this
She's a
woman's job
lady.
should
She's
be?
a lord.
Why does the-
she
why does the
owns
woman-
fucking place?
Why does
If
the
you
woman
were a
get
lord,
the
would
food,
you not go
Drumsy?
straight to the bakehouse and just cash in on those cookies?
Hell
It's just-
yeah.
You're not implying that she works
But
there,
I heard
Drumsy?
a lady lord did that once, and then they cut her head off in the French tennis court. So
Yeah, what did she say? Let them eat my cake?
Let them eat my ass.
spread her butt open. You are Regina Breast-a-Lot, a female human lord in the town of Penwick. You have been in charge of the town's guards for several years and have been a loyal servant of the town's lord. We're the town's lord. One day you see a group of bakers carrying a large amount of weapons into the abandoned bakehouse. You tell your guards to stop the bakers and seize the weapons. The guards do so, but the bakers revolt and they escape into the wilderness. You believe that they were planning to assassinate the lord when he returned, so you warn the lord.
Oh my god.
Regina, what you saying to the lord?
Sweetie, they're about to bake ya. The bakers are sick of baking cake, and now they're about to bake yours.
They're about to bake your ass.
You stand by the baker's oven, the large brick oven that's been used to produce many a cake for merchants' feasts and celebrations. Okay. What else, King?
What are you doing over the oven?
Climb inside. Climb inside oven.
Shit in the oven.
Shit?
Oh, you made
No,
it.
climb in.
Stick head in oven.
Yes.
Stick head in oven.
Watch, you're gonna commit suicide and the game's gonna end.
The oven is still hot. Too hot to touch for a few minutes yet. It's like putting your hand in a hot pot. It'll be fatal within seconds, yet the area is still slightly cooler than your body temperature.
Jump in.
What are we doing? We have seconds.
Jump
This is the
inside
make or
oven.
break moment.
Jump completely in.
I'm gonna keep. This would be fatal if this were longer than a few seconds. Hence why I'm going to keep my head here for more than a few seconds.
Keep head in for more than a few seconds, but less than a lot of seconds.
The game's gonna be like, what?
What language you speaking?
Oh my
You
god.
stick your face in the oven for several minutes. Pulled back by the guards as far as your neck will allow. Your face thoroughly baked. You slowly pull out.
Now have her say, Lord, I suggest you do the same. The burn marks will hide us from the bakers.
Hide us amongst the bakers, because they all got some burn marks too.
You lick your
That's a
Hey.
reference to a game.
The Lord walked toward the oven, pulling his head back from the oven for a few seconds before walking back in. It's a walk-in oven. He pulls his head out, and the guards pull him. Wait, he pulls his head out, and the guards pull him back out. The guards are like, "No, keep going!
Stop!
You're not burnt enough."
You're not fully baked yet.
Say, any guards want to join us?
Any guards want to join us?
We're all slowly killing ourselves.
The Lord is held aloof and back while the rest of you join the bakers. Your face has been changed, baked hard and cracked. You look like one of the bakers.
This is really good. What the
Right?
fuck?
It knows. What the fuck?
Yo!
Should we give chase to
All right,
the
now have her
assassins?
say, hello, feller bakers. It's me, one of you.
Hello, fellow bakers.
Say fellow.
One of you.
It's,
How do you do, fellow
it is me.
Yeah. Have them
One
say,
of
how do you do,
you."
fellow bakers?
You say, anyone out there?
And pause, looking for a reply. Your voice carries perfectly. No one replies.
They're all fucking staring at your baked
and-
and cracked face.
Puffy red
do-
cracked
fuck is
face.
this bitch doing?
Do pull out a sword.
Pull out
Broadsword.
a sword.
We're threatening them now.
The flame of the west, baby. You pull out a long sword and start waving it about, sticking it through the bakers one after another. You yell and swear as the fake heads of the bakers fall off and roll around the ground.
They're not real bakers, they're fake bakers.
They bake
I knew you
bakers.
Say, I knew you were just them. I knew you were just gingerbread men. Now come out. Now come out.
Schizophrenia.
Now come out here, Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
Now come out here, Santa Claus.
Give Santa capitalize Santa Claus, otherwise it might not know its name. Yeah,
Santa.
I saw that dang Santa Claus again.
You start to grab and pull the baker's arms off when you hear a massive rumbling sound. A wave of gingerbread men rise up out of the ovens, climbing out of their graves.
Oh my god!
Start grabbing and
Pizza
eating.
time.
Start grabbing and eating the gingerbread men.
Okay, now I want you. I'm gonna go fast and fast and quick.
Are we saying or doing?
All right.
Saying. Get ready.
Okay. My old typing games prepared me for this.
Men, hold your ground. Hold your ground. Sons of Gondor, of Rohan, my brothers, I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But this is not that day. An hour of gingerbread men, shields, and swords comes upon us, when the age of man comes crashing down. But it is not that day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men.
Of the bakery.
No, James, I don't want you to fix any of these typos. Just send it. Just send it.
Just
James didn't
fucking
get
send
any
it.
of that. Well, Drumsy, I do have one request. I want you to read this, just as just to kind of put a tie on the knot. If you just read this. Here, let me get it for you. I just need you to read this comic strip, okay?
Tickle your pussy.
All right. You're Garfield. I'm John. All right.
There's nothing happening.
I finally got the wildfire in my sock drawer under control.
Out of the ordinary, I mean.
I'm so fucking confused.
Is John trying to say that his sock drawer is?
What was?
What?
Is he trying to say that
man.
his sock drawer is always on fire?
Let me explain. All right.
He's explaining.
But before we wrap this up, I want to explain the purpose of this comic strip, okay?
Okay.
There is a subreddit called r/Alzheimer's group, okay? And the purpose of that subreddit is to post this exact Garfield comic strip every single day. And people get it confused with actual Alzheimer's support group. So they go to this subreddit and they just see the same thing every single day. And it's just this comic strip.
And they're just like, oh no, it's kicking in again.
Yeah. So somebody actually went to this subreddit. So like, guys, my grandfather has Alzheimer's. Like, oh, this is a subreddit dedicated to a Garfield comics strip.
Don't fix. If you could like describe this, if you could describe the subreddit with like a song, what could you?
Here we go. This coconut gun.
Here we this one. Ready?
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
I want to thank Drumsy for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being our
Drumsy.
first guest. I'm so sorry, but also thank you.
You have, yes, you are the first person that is not us to enter this sacred
Dojo.
building.
The hallowed halls
I
of
love what
beef.
you've done with the place, honestly.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I do have a request. So, can you piss on the floor just to show that you've been here?
I got it.
I mean, you act like I haven't already, and that's a little offensive.
He's been leaking this whole
that's
time.
what that
Actually, it's
is.
been getting on my shoes.
Oh.
Is that what I
Okay. Oh, well,
slipped
thank
in
you. I guess we're
earlier?
good then. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you thinking of us and pissing on our floor, Drumsy. That's very kind of you.
Anything,
Sweet
anything
boy.
for you.
Thank you, Drumsy. It's been an absolute
Now clean my
pleasure.
piss.
Clean my fucking piss.
Courtney, take that out of
My
context.
piss.
You want a shout out on my YouTube channel? Clean my fucking piss.
Yeah. Where can the people find you at, Drumsy?
Oh
Yeah, where?
Ooh, they could find me. Just type in Drumsy on YouTube.
Yeah,
There's
just
like
type in
one.
Drumsy.
Type in Drumsy on YouTube. It'll come up. There's like one other Drumsy, and he's from Brazil, and he thinks he's a musician. He thinks he's a musician.
Hey, come to Brazil.
Oh, get bodied,
that
Brazilian
guy.
Drumsy.
Get fucked, dude.
And if you can't spell
Come
Drumsy,
on,
that's
man.
DRUMMMMSY. So there's 4 M's.
Hey.
Hey.
Yep.
A lot of people
That's it.
forget
There you
that.
go. Type in Mo Bamba drum cover and Drumsy comes up. Okay.